Hi guys, welcome to this week's My Halifax. We are in isolation just like everybody else is, and it's not been that bad, but it's kind of when you have to do certain things that you would normally take for granted that you kind of realize that wow, this is kind of a big deal. Like birthdays, today's my mom's birthday, and normally my brothers and I would go and see her, we'd swap gifts and we would just spend time together. But because my mom and dad are actually in the high risk category, a few weeks ago my brothers and I decided that we weren't going to go and see them anymore. I've been selected to actually deliver food to them, so they're still getting food and supplies. But it just seems kind of a shame that for a lot of people that are going to have birthdays during this period, that they're not going to be able to celebrate them the way that we normally would. So we all came up with the idea to kind of give my mom a really special birthday without actually breaking the self-isolation that we've kind of got her in. So I'm going to tell you what we've got planned for her, but before we do that, let me just tell you a little bit about my mom. So I'm not going to tell you how old my mom is because she will punch me in the face, but she was obviously born at a different time. So roughly after this picture was taken, she went and joined the workforce, and she went to work for a company that actually made, produced and sold steel. And during her interview they said to her, what kind of job would you like? And she said, I want to go into sales. And they said to her, women don't do sales. To which she said, watch me. And she did. She successfully went into this company as one of the only women salesperson, and she was very, very good at her job. And that's kind of like just the way my mom is. She's very resilient and she kind of doesn't take any prisoners, and it's something that I've always admired about her. It wasn't too long before she met my dad, and it wasn't too long after that they had 3 boys, which would be me and my 2 brothers. I'm the one in this picture that looks kind of dopey and a little bit lost. I did used to be cute at one point, but I don't know what happened in this picture. Our parents have always done a lot for us, and we've been very lucky to have a really good, fun childhood, which is why when it's, you know, your parents' birthdays, you want to do something nice for them. And like, I can remember growing up that our parents went all out on our birthdays. Like, I got a couple of pictures of the cakes my mom used to make, and they were amazing. And when you consider that there was no YouTube when they were doing this, and there was no Pinterest, like this is pre-internet and pre-digital cameras clearly, but they would go all out. Like, that's an actual train with carriages and dinosaur coming out the swamp. Like, this stuff was what made our childhood so special, and that's why Jean and I have made a cake for my mom, so that even though she's not going to have the birthday we wanted to have, she can still have a cake, because everyone deserves cake on their birthday. Another reason why that I kind of really like celebrating my mom's birthday is in 2015, 2 days before my mom was supposed to get her citizenship with my dad in one of the big citizenship ceremonies they do on Canada Day, my mom actually had a brain hemorrhage. And I remember my dad calling me and meeting at the hospital, and the doctor telling us that 33% of people die on the way to hospital, and 33% of people die in hospital, and then the remainder lives some form of a life, and we should prepare for the worst. And it was really scary, and I remember being like, not quite understanding how this was going to play out. And for 5 months we just kind of had to sit and hope that things would get better, and eventually they did. That's a picture of my mom and my brother, and when after she'd had her shunt fitted in. She's gonna hate that picture because her hair was cut off, and she was always proud of her hair. But you know, it was always impressive to see just what she went through and what she came out on the other side. And the December she came out, it's like 4 or 5 months after that picture's taken, she did get her citizenship with my dad in a smaller ceremony in Halifax, which was, again, she's gonna hate that picture because her hair's still not where she likes it, and that's because she's a proud lady. So my mom went through a lot in a very short period of time, and a year after she was pretty much back to exactly her old self, based on this picture here, which I know she's very proud of, because she's occasionally on Facebook has done a before and after, which is unusual for my mom because she's not usually a Facebook person. But I just wanted to share with you guys how far she came, because she did incredibly well considering how bad things actually were. Which again was why times like this are so important, because you get to kind of spend that time with people. Now, in terms of being able to give her a gift, or if you've got someone you want to give a gift to but they're in self-isolation, Gina found a company called Black Bow Gift Company, and they're local here, and they locally source all their items. So we made this box up for my mom, which is some cheese, a mug, and a little jar of jam. Just something that isn't going to be like super big, and something that she can just sit back and enjoy and think about, like her birthday, and celebrate, because it is a time when you've been locked indoors a lot, that you kind of miss those home comforts. So, you know, we've got that, and they actually do delivery as well. So if you're thinking of giving someone a gift and you want to support local, they're a really good company to reach out to. They're not sponsored in any way, we just found them and thought they were awesome. We're going to deliver our cake and deliver the actual gift box to my mom. I do have one other special thing I'm going to do for my mom. Obviously right now we can't have groups of people together, and we have to abide by the social distancing protocols that the city and the province have put in place. So when I go with Gina to deliver the cake and the present to my mom, which I'm literally only going to put on her front doorstep and knock on a window and wave at her, I'm going to video chat her with my brothers, and we're going to sing happy birthday to her, because that's the only way we can really all be together now. She doesn't know it's going to happen. She doesn't know any of this really is going to happen. So I can't wait to do it and surprise her. So although this really wasn't the kind of birthday that we planned or what we would normally do, it doesn't mean that while we're in social isolation and we are kind of more separated than we would normally be, it doesn't mean that you still can't make someone feel special by just using technology around you and just being a little bit creative about how you engage with people. I know it made my mum's day to be out there and we all sang happy birthday to her. And what the thing I'm taking away from this, other than it was my mum's birthday and we got to make her laugh and smile, was that one day this is all going to pass. Like, it's going to pass very soon. And just think how good it's going to be able to be back with your family, but celebrating birthdays like you normally would.
Yes, Christmas, Halloween.